Wednesday, elite ladies. So if you didn't hear me say that greeting, I'll say it all over again. Happy Wednesday, elite ladies, and welcome to the CFM Elite Lifestyle Business Podcast. And if you're joining me for the first time, welcome. And if you're a return listener, welcome. And if anything that I share on this podcast resonates with you, do press the share button and also do press the follow button so that you can keep up to date with any podcasts that I share with you as well. So you will receive a notification every time I've shared a podcast so that we can be in real time and connect across the sound waves somehow. So today's topic is something that I'm talking from my heart, and it's in relation to, I'll just say the heading or the topic of it is the many faces of fibromyalgia. So I wanted to talk about this specific topic because this morning I woke up following yesterday where I was feeling ecstatic in a way that the symptoms don't necessarily go away, but I was feeling better because it was like sunny. So I was feeling a little bit more energized than usual. And then today it's gloomy, it's rainy, it's damp. And I woke up like with my feet and my legs feeling very sore, and my hands as I speak now as well, I am sore. So this is musculoskeletal widespread pain that people with fibromyalgia experience. And then also the brain fog, which is something that also hits as well. So that's an experience that I've been going through for the past 2 years. While I say it's an experience, is because I don't know about the permanency, whether it's permanent or not, but I still try to have an optimistic outlook in life and also try and look after as much as possible after my well-being. So I recorded live on YouTube as well. I just shared how I was feeling, and I'll drop a link here so that if you want to, you can also look at the video itself. So there was no makeup, there was no glam squad. The glam squad didn't turn up today. It was just me in my natural form, okay? So if there's any makeup or contour specialist, nothing happened today, okay? But you can give me tips. Okay, so on that note, let me do the latest thing, which is to say hello and introduce myself. My name is Chico Matenda, and I'm a lifestyle business coach, as well as a digital marketing strategist. And these are skills that I've gained over time. And I also made a conscious decision as a result of being impacted by a chronic condition to transition and live my career so that I could have a semi-balanced life where I knew that, especially when I was at work, my condition was progressively getting worse. Although I enjoyed working in a fast-paced environment, I knew that in the short term and long term, it wouldn't be good for me either way. So during sick leave, my conscious level heightened even more. I thought about the bereavement I had gone through the losses of like my dad, who worked most of his life and loved and was passionate about what he did. So, and also thought about my sister who passed away very young and didn't have the opportunity to also experience what it was to have like a work lifestyle. So there were certain things that raised my consciousness, my awareness to look at what was the meaning of life and also what was the meaning of my life and what decisions could I make that would also make me not regret every day that I wake up, so that I'm embracing it with a meaningful purpose rather than doing or being involved in something which was not going to give me a fulfilled lifestyle. And the reason why I'm sharing this is that you might also be going through health challenges You might have relatives or friends who might be going through similar experiences. And sometimes when we are in an experience, we may think that we have no choice, we have no option to have a better lifestyle. But I'm here to say that you can have a better lifestyle, even though it can be limited. So in my video, I was sharing about how I felt like in the beginning, things were being taken away from me, like opportunities at a very young age, and I felt like it was unfair. So I grieved that part. I had to go through the grieving process in order to let go, and in order to be able to not even bounce back fully, but to live in a different type of, I guess it's in a different way of appreciating life. Because what has happened as a result of me being diagnosed with fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, chronic pain, you name it, is that my awareness is more heightened now. The things that I didn't think about, like waking up in the morning to go jogging, and now I'm very aware of my body. So everything that I do every day, I have to think about what impact is this going to have on my body. So I had to slow down from like driving at 120 miles per hour. I've had to slow down to 20, and that wasn't easy. That was a huge step for me. Okay, and this is typical for people who are ambitious, who are go-getters, people who are working the 9 to 5 or the hustle lifestyle. So when that drastic change happens, it's like, whoa, it's like it's like reality has smacked you in the face and said, put the brakes and stop and look at your life again and think about realistically, can you continue to live this type of lifestyle, or do you need to take a 360 overview of your life and make better decisions that will enable you to live a better lifestyle? Okay, so this is the wake-up call that I got as a result. So I'm very mindful of that. And also every day, I'm also very grateful that although I felt cheated, I'm also grateful that I have this awareness, because it makes me more in tune with anybody else who might be experiencing this, so that they don't have to go into detailed narrative to be able to let me know how they're feeling. I understand them. I feel like I speak the same language. Although I can't walk in their shoes, I know what it feels like. I know what the daily challenge is like to fight with a battle physically with your body. When your body is saying no, it can't do anything that day, and your mind is saying, yes, I want to do something. These are the challenges that you start to learn how to overcome them, so that it's more on an equilibrium. So on the days that you feel like you're not doing anything, appreciate that you are doing something, because you're letting your body rest. You're giving it time to recoup so that you have more energy for the next day. And I always think of what is the worst thing that could happen as well if I don't do anything. And usually it's nothing. Okay, because our minds are so attuned to doing and being in a pace of activity. Sometimes doing nothing is actually just okay. Okay, so that's one of the things that I've also had to train myself. So when I woke up today, I started to feel like, oh no, a little bit of sadness. Then I had to also connect with that and not break away from it, but acknowledge it, thank it and thank it for showing me this sadness, and then I wished it away. The reason I do that is that I have had to come to the acceptance that yes, my feet are very sore, my legs are very sore, and this is me now. This is what my lifestyle is like. So the pain or the dwelling in the sadness is not going to have a positive impact on my day. I still need to continue living a life where I'm able to appreciate different types of things. Okay, so where I'm still able to acknowledge my body for the way it's feeling right now, and to appreciate that life is not forever, and that while I have this body, while I have this mind, I can use it, but I can use it like in a different way, which is different to the way I used to operate. Okay, so very, very different methods of thinking, and also thinking about I might not be as proactive or as fully engaged in the community, but there might be different ways that I can give back and connect. Okay, so the reason why I'm sharing this with you is that you may feel like you're isolated because your life has drastically changed and you're not able to meet so many commitments. The commitments that you are intended to attend, you will attend when the time is right. Okay, so there will be the opportunities for you, even if it's not as often as you always attended certain things. It is fine. Those moments will pass and the right opportunities will come. So it's letting your mind accept that you cannot at times physically or mentally be able to contribute, but are there other ways that you can connect with people or with the true friendships? I'll put them in huge quotation marks, okay? The true friendships will last all the seasons and they'll be there to support you regardless of what you're going through. And they will remember that even if you're not well, you still are you. And there are days that you may not be fully able to function as you normally do, but they still accept you for you. So that's true love and true friendships as well. And this shows you as the opportunity that if it's not meant to be, then there's some friendships, instead of battling it out, it's better to just let it go. Let it go, and then you will meet the right people who will come into your path. So that's all I wanted to share today. And I hope this has also given you a little bit of insight. If you know somebody who experiences a health-related condition that's chronic, or impacts on them through like chronic fatigue syndrome or musculoskeletal pain, then at least maybe it'll bring you a little bit closer to that person. And if you're going through this experience as well, I hope that you've connected with me on some level. And do feel free to also connect with me via social media, via Facebook Messenger, should you have any questions from any of like my podcasts. And I'll leave the links below my podcast as well. So thank you for listening today. Until next time, ladies.